Charlie wanted to be remembered for his faith.
He is risen.
He is risen indeed, Bill.
Why do we say that in the present tense?
Because it is a constant truth in our life.
He is risen. I always noticed that was interesting to me.
That's a really important question, actually.
It is. Tell me.
Well, because the fact that he is risen transcends time. It's not just in the present sense. It's that of all time, that promise is accessible to all of us.
It's almost like a challenge. Like, I'm so smart that I can make this thing, which is so stupid. Seem like a real. I'm kidding.
No, it's fine.
No, but you get where I'm coming from. Like,
but you have to acknowledge, even the greatest minds of history have been mesmerized by the scriptures. Isaac Newton, Thomas Aquinas.
well,
Isaac Newton wrote more about biblical prophecy than even physics. And so there's something about the scriptures that are intellectual, that does push your limits. And that's what I think is so beautiful about our faith, is it can be accessible to everyone, but also infinitely nourishing in exploration.
Dude, there could not have been a better answer to this mocking of Jesus being risen. What I love about Charlie is that in all his interactions, he just handles people with so much grace. Like, obviously, you know, he is saying he is risen, and he's basically making a joke out of it, right? He was probably going to make some type of point around how you're using the wrong tense, and it doesn't really quite make sense, because if he did rise, it was in the past. So what are Christians really doing? But Charlie here just meets him where he's at, and he takes his question, even though he was asking the question and he wasn't even being serious with it. He called it all stupid. Charlie takes it serious, and he gives him a serious answer. And it is true. When we think of Jesus, it's not just a past thing. It's not just a present thing. It's a past, present, and future thing, a future statement, because ultimately God is not just past, he's not just present, he's all-encompassing, past, present, and future, right? That's why he is an infinite being. And I love that Charlie just answered this question with so much grace, and he actually gave him something to think about, right? He's like, look, I get that you're mocking Christianity. I get that you're saying that it is stupid, but I want you to think about something. You know, some of the greatest minds known to human history have pondered on this book that you're calling stupid, and they've been challenged by this book, and their lives have been changed by this book, right? And I gotta tell you, he went in there just, you know, going in to mock, and he left there with something to think about. And I think that that's pretty cool. And I'll leave you with a reference in the Bible where it says, you know, the message of the cross is foolishness to those that are perishing, but it is wisdom by those that are being saved. So what the Bible is getting at, and what Paul actually is getting at, is that for those that listen to the gospel, you're going to land in two camps. You're not going to believe, or you're going to believe. And those of you that are not going to believe, you're going to look at it as foolishness. But for those that do listen and do repent, that is the power of God unto salvation.